everyone, and welcome back as always. We're back again.
Hi.
So we're going to be watching Armageddon today.
Ooh, Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Oh,
so we were just setting up,
idea.
and you guys were like, Armageddon? Oh no, it does not sound good. So you guys have not seen it.
No.
Right? So I did see this a long time ago. I don't recall seeing the whole thing, but I probably saw most of it. So I'll discuss that at the end. And I never want to lead you guys with your opinions, so we'll just talk about it at the end. This came out in 1998. So it is dated. And there's a huge cast. I'm sure you'll recognize a lot of people. I know you can see my screen right now, and it shows Armageddon. It shows Bruce Willis. We see Ben Affleck, and we see Liv Tyler. And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of others. Yes, from Lord of the Rings. Yes, yes. And again, we saw Lord of the Rings a long time ago, and we were discussing on and off for the last year or more that we really want to rewatch certain movies. And yes, there is a lot to watch for the channel, but down the road, like again, we're getting more help with editing. Not a ton more, but we are getting enough that helps me like do other stuff. But at the same time, I always add more on my plate. If we ever have an extra moment where we can actually rewatch something and record it, that would be kind of cool to do. Because I know some might debate and be like, well, you should just be watching other movies, but like normal people want to rewatch movies sometimes. So I don't want to never
movies, 5, 6 times over.
Yes, and we love you guys, and we always watch what you guys want us to watch, and it is fun to sometimes have that freedom to actually watch what we want to watch too. Again, we love what we do. We're blind to half the things, or 90% of the things actually. Like you guys are blind to everything pretty much on the channel, and then I'm blind to maybe like the shows. Yes, I'm blind to most of the movies. I'm blind to. So there's a big cast in this movie, and I'm sure you guys will recognize a lot of people. And I think we should just get into it, and we'll talk afterwards.
Okay, let's do it. It doesn't sound very happy. Armageddon. The end of something.
I don't know. Or do I?
It's going to be exciting.
And I did want to mention that Michael Bay is also the director of this movie. And we did see a lot of Transformers.
Transformers.
Robots in disguise, more than meets the eye. So pretty cool. So shall we get into this, ladies?
We shall. We shall. Oh, it's Liv.
Hi, Harry.
I have asked you repeatedly to call me Dad. Who wouldn't be mad?
He's gonna shoot you.
Oh my God!
Oh, talk about aggression, huh?
Stop.
I love her. Way wrong answer.
No.
Stop it!
Oh, okay, you just shut his
Never
leg.
got close.
We bring in the world's best deep core driller.
Harry, get up here. We're taking it.
Harry! He's gonna do it. Oh, and Liv's dad is singing. Aerosmith.
Ah, it's Owen, yeah.
Oh my God.
The United States government just asked us to save the world. Anybody want to say no?
Beat me up, Scotty.
Max?
Whatever you think. It's where the coyote sat his ass down in a slingshot, then he strapped himself to an Akima rocket. Is that
A wily.
Now, if the bomb explodes after zero barrier,
Oh.
Gags up.
Boy.
Nice space, huh? Aw. He had it with him. He's ready.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Whoa.
Oh crap.
Oh, come
Oh, my
on.
God.
Oh.
I love you. And don't talk like you're not coming back.
I promise, Grace.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh good, they got him out of jail.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my God. My God.
The baritone.
Well, he's good.
They're all her dads.
I like that moment.
The Bible calls this day Armageddon, the end of all things, that has nourished our souls and elevated our species above its origins.
Oh, now she knows.
My God, yeah. Whoa.
That's your daddy.
Oh.
Great speech, Prez.
Mm-hmm. I'd be so paranoid about that.
I wanted to see Bear if he was going to cry. Can you imagine that feeling?
Wow. Wow.
Wow. 18 months by yourself.
Oh my God.
This is a Russian space station. Can you hear me?
Welcome, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
I hope he hasn't gone wacko and doing something wrong. That's supposed to be leaking? Okay, come on, it's going up higher!
Oh my God.
Guys! Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Oh, shh.
Ah, of course.
Oh no, AJ!
Yeah.
Oh my God. Ah.
Ooh.
Come on, baby!
Oh,
Get
my
out! No!
goodness.
Oh no, he's gonna go!
Oh God. Whoa.
Oh, he's gone! Oh, H!
Oh, whoa.
No! No, you can't. You can't.
No.
No, 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 no! They're
No,
almost
no.
there! No!
Oh. No, it's whoa, whoa.
Talk about last second, huh?
Oh my God. Whoa.
Touch nothing but your bunch of cowboys.
The cowboys.
Beep beep.
Whoa.
He's laughing.
That pilot is magnificent. All that debris coming at him too.
No.
Oh, come
my
on,
God.
guys!
Ew.
Oh shit!
Oh, come on.
Oh no!
No.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh
Put
shit!
your helmets
Come
on.
on.
Done.
Whoa.
Oh, get sucked right out. Oh, you just see them.
Oh yes!
My God. Whoa.
Oh.
Crap.
Oh.
Oh, all that.
So tragic.
Rest in peace. Maybe you shouldn't be here.
I don't have anywhere else to go.
Freedom come in.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh
Oh.
my God.
Oscar's gone. Oh, but he's alive.
Oh, AJ is still. Oh.
There? Yes.
Very 9-foot nuclear weapon is sticky.
There's no way they're gonna get all those dudes out. He's like, yes, I got a secret mission.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna break it.
Whoa.
Oh my God!
Whoa. Oh, come on.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
Now.
Come on,
I've been drilling
dude.
holes in the earth for 30 years, and I have never missed a depth that I have aimed for. I will make 800 feet. I swear to God I will. And let's turn this bomb off.
Good.
Oh, good.
Hurry up. Do it. Hit. Snip. Snip.
Oh,
God.
Good job.
God.
You got a hole to dig up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Evil
Can
Knievel?
fly.
More, I never saw Star Wars.
Evil Knievel.
Oh my God. Whoa.
Because now they have no control. Thruster?
Spiky. Oh boy. Up, up.
Ah, yeah. Right. Oh,
He's still screaming, so that's good.
Whoa.
I'll die if they land where the other guys are.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Stop!
Wow.
Stop. You should wait until everyone's out of the way.
God.
Quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Oh no, he's gonna.
Take care, buddy.
Armadillo's off the scope.
Ah.
So we got a blowout.
Good luck, and God bless.
Wow, yeah.
We're not gonna protect you.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Whoa.
Come on, think of something.
Yeah.
That's 6 words.
Oh wow.
That's 6 words.
Okay, come on.
Oh.
5 more. 5 more.
My
What? How?
But wait, there's
okay.
more.
Of course. Well, who's gonna get that guy?
My God. Oh.
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 Let's see the straws first.
Yes, let's see. Yeah.
That's that guy.
Well, we all gotta die, right?
That's him. He's gonna switch it with him.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's my turn now.
Go take care of my little girl now.
Aww.
That's your job.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh.
Grace, I know I promised you I was coming home.
Everything good that I have inside of me, I have from you.
Wish I could be there to walk you down the aisle.
No, Dad, no.
Blow the bomb, Harry. We're with you.
Oh my God.
Let him do it. Let him do it.
Yeah, yeah, yes. He's pounding at things. Look at us.
Finally. Come on, baby.
Just one more minute.
Ooh, this is so stressful. Oh my God.
Oh, his whole life is her.
Wow, finally. Phew.
Beautiful, huh?
Whoa.
You are the man.
Oh.
All those lives he saved.
Yeah.
Everybody. I'd kiss the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just lay there for a bit on the ground.
Now he knows his daddy.
Yeah, see. It's good.
Oh.
That's how they end it.
Great song to end it
Oh
with.
my goodness.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, it's so cute. They actually show the wedding at the end.
Go.
Yeah.
I wonder if they all walked her down.
Oh, that would be great. I hope so.
Oh
my God. I didn't realize Steve
wow.
Tyler did most of the soundtrack for this. That's awesome. So what did you guys think? I have to know.
Oh my gosh.
I kind of have an idea.
I thought it was phenomenal.
Oh, it was.
I'm so upset that I've never watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
I haven't
something
seen
else.
this in so long.
Ooh.
We were crying a lot at the end.
Oh, yeah.
It just really hits you. They did a great job. Like Michael Bay, everyone in this movie, really great job, great acting. I really felt it. And I kept going back to Pulp Fiction with Bruce Willis, and he's just such a good actor because he can do so many different roles and you don't label him in one role. And I think that's great when you can see beyond that, you know. And God, he really, a lot of it at the end really just hit hard. So emotional, but yeah, so you guys liked it.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was.
Oh, Mom, you're crying again. Oh, Mom. Oh, and I can't even hug you. I can't even hug you. But yes, not to talk over Mom, but just to let her roll. I don't want to put you on the spot like that, but love you, and I'm really happy you guys enjoyed it that much.
Yes,
and
it was really good.
there was a lot of things I didn't see. I probably saw less than half of this movie, but I did see some of the major parts, so I wasn't freaking out as much as you guys, like when they were on the asteroid and we were worried about certain people. Like, I didn't see a few of the actions, but I knew of certain people dying, and I knew of, I keep saying Bruce Willis, but I knew of Harry dying, and that is such, it still hit me hard. Like, it's so well done in how they directed that, and the actors are just so amazing on just those scenes, they were so impactful. Absolutely.
They were, and they had every bad thing imaginable.
Everything
happened.
I had to make that joke.
Coming from the sides.
Yeah, almost to zero. Like, yeah, the nuclear bomb, like the poor shuttles going in. Like, yes, you have to send in a lot of people. You need 2 shuttles, different spaces or different areas, and whoever hits home first at 800 feet wins. They have to make it a competition, so it's go, 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 you know? And they lost that shuttle. It was such a waste, but you can't predict it. It's so unpredictable. The math was spot on, but you never know what you're up against until you're there. So just everything's just on the fly.
Right, you know, rock storms. I mean, they didn't predict that.
Everything. And even talking about, okay, gravity is unpredictable, so you might shoot off into space like Max did. You might, you know, of course, like there was more problems there too, but there's just so many variables that you're kind of like, you just don't know what to expect. And they lost a lot of people, and whew, the energy of this was just top notch all the way through. And I almost made a joke about Michael Bay because he just loves his action. And this one was really good because, lightly comparing to Transformers, like we love Transformers and the action in that was insane. But this one like had a lot of heavy action and they had some chaos or a lot of chaos, but it was still a lot easier to follow than Transformers. Yeah. I don't know if you guys felt the same way.
Oh yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Especially when they were on the asteroid.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
But it was such funny. There had so many funny components to it too.
Yes,
you know, getting the team together and knowing each personality, and you know, letting them go on their leave for 10 hours or 12 hours, whatever it was. I mean, that's funny.
I like that mix a lot too. I noticed
together.
that because we would feel so much heavy emotion. We were crying a lot, whether we were happy crying or really sad crying, and they would throw in those funny moments that would kind of like give you a break to be like, okay, it's okay, I'm gonna get through this, you know. So even with Molly Mouse or whatever her name was, that was funny because I was really getting like, oh, happy crying, and then I was like, okay, that's funny, okay. But they had a lot of moments like that, yes. And how brave of Harry, because here Harry and AJ are like totally head to head the whole time, and I get it because they both love this one person. That's right. And she's family to both of them, and it's just hard for them. And so they had tough love in the beginning, like hate love, and they really did respect each other. And at the end, when all the raw emotions and actions, everything taking place, like all the major, like this is life and death right now, that they've truly respected and cared for each other. And Harry at the end, even there's so many good speeches, first of all, so many freaking good speeches throughout this with the president, everyone, like just with the group that we were focused on, and the speeches to everyone else in the world were just beautifully done. But man, like Harry talking to AJ at the end and saying, I love you, you're my son, my son. And even though it's kind of like cheesy, it's so good. And I was like,
it was so good. Oh my gosh.
And I just lost it.
I mean, he's known him for 5 years, and he's strong-headed, and you know, he still loves AJ. I mean, he saw them together before they were leaving, before he was going to leave that night, the next day, and she said, oh, they're in love. I can't.
Yeah, and AJ, he was so brave at the end too, because he got the longest wire. I'm like, let's just check those wires. Is this dramatically longer? You know, just make a joke really quick. But yeah, like he was calm about it, and he was scared, of course, but he handled it true, and he was just like, no, I got to do it. So until the end, and then, you know, Harry saved him, threw him back in, and he really wanted to go sacrifice himself to save everyone else. Oh my God. As a whole, this movie was beautiful. I know a few might debate and say that there were a lot of flaws with this movie, because I've heard it in the past, because people will nitpick. I get it, the special effects I thought were incredible. Yes, they were overly done, but in a great way. It was still very realistic. This movie is dated, but in space, I know you don't hear anything. Certain actions don't happen. People might say how the rocks were floating or like coming down, like there was more gravity than there should be, because this is like debates that I've heard before with this movie. The special effects, of course, like the sound effects, the roaring of the lion, like it sounded like a monster on the asteroid. I thought that was kind of funny. It kind of threw me off a little bit, but it did feel scary. And again, this is so many years old, so it worked for the time, and I really did enjoy it. Like that stuff did not bother me.
It didn't bother me a bit.
Yeah.
No, it was fantastic.
And they would bring up points early on, like, oh, well, you should really know how to use your thrusters or whatnot to be able to stay on the asteroid, because if I kick you in the balls and you fly off, you're floating in space
like
forever. And those things came into play, like all these things that they mentioned in the beginning did happen. and rewinding too, people will probably say like, well, you have these oil drillers that are going into outer space 18 days. You have these people who really need major training. They're not healthy. How the heck do they even do this? But it's just the idea of hope, I guess. And I still really enjoyed it.
My God.
Yes, I really enjoyed it. Yes, it's a story, and I love how they filmed it, because even though the characters were outrageous in a fun way, they really cared for each other as a family. And it gives you hope that you have these people who, like, anything's possible when you're driven and you want to save people and you have the right cause. Like, you're driven, you can do it, kind of thing. That's how I felt. So
exactly. And you know what? Excuse me. That team of drillers, I mean, not for nothing, but NASA didn't have another plan, you know.
This movie was so emotional, and I just loved it. Like, it's been so long, and to watch it as a whole movie, especially with you guys, like, that was such an adventure. I mean, it was so tragic, and I do love how, yes, like, it's a movie and we have to get into it, so you have all the action in the beginning, like, holy crap, this is serious, holy, like, and not knowing what's going on at first. Like, we did know, but they were saying, oh, well, is this like a missile attack? Is this what is going on right now? And then they say, oh no, it's asteroids, or it's like meteors hitting right now. So they're not that big. Like, yes, basketball size is huge, but to take out like a whole city area, to take out a block,
so many miles
devastation is insane.
That's right.
Yeah, so when you really put all that together and how fast it's moving, and I like how they showed in the beginning, well, about the dinosaurs, extinction, and the asteroid was what, 6 miles long, and going how fast, and it took out all the dinosaurs at one point. And I know there were a lot of level extinctions at certain eras, you know, and not just one, but it's just crazy because we can't forget that. I mean, like, yes, we don't want to be paranoid because we have no control over it, and hopefully we will have the manpower to, and the technology to actually take out an asteroid, but that's an actual fact that we do have a lot of, like, not a lot of money, but like we do put a lot of money into NASA and to explore the stars, but we don't have enough to explore everything. Like he was saying, like 3%, I don't know what it is now, but that's nothing. So any asteroids, like if you read up on certain things, like a lot of asteroids, we always have near misses. And one day when it comes close, like it's a short window of time, 18 days. I mean, I don't know how far ahead they would know in advance, but that's a scary thought.
It is scary.
That's a scary thought. That extinction level.
Recently had one.
There's a few. I think last year we had like 3 near misses, and not like this devastating, of course, but I mean this was a direct hit. But insane,
something.
I thought it was just a fantastic movie overall.
Very good. Just, my gosh.
So great.
It was really great, and I love the stars. Like I love going outside and just watching on a clear night sky. Like you know, sometimes I notice during the winter, like the sky's usually a lot clearer.
Oh yeah,
and you can see deeper. And I love going, because I know, because every time I like go out there, I'm always so freaking cold. I'm like, why is it always during the winter? And I love watching meteor showers. And I mean, this is a completely different level, but it can happen at any time. I did see one time years ago, I remember I just got home from work. It was just a perfect moment where I just got home from work. Wookie was on the porch. It was a beautiful night sky. And I, anyways, was excited about something. I came home and I was like, woohoo! And we both looked up. Thank God he looked up with me. And we looked up in between these 2 trees, and this fireball went right across. And it wasn't even small. It was a huge fireball that streaked across the sky. And I didn't even believe I saw it. I just stopped and went, and he looked and I looked, and I'm like, did you just see that huge fireball? And he's like, yeah. So it was a meteor that grazed through, and just the way it tumbled through and made this massive, I mean, it wasn't like humongous, like not in the movies, but it was this cool fire. Like you can actually see the fire coming off of it. And I was like, holy crap, like looking up in the sky, it was probably like a ½ inch. You know, that's actually pretty big. Maybe a little bit more than a ½ inch wide. And then the length of it was super long. So maybe a foot long, just visually looking from from what I remember. But I totally would not even, you know how like when you see something and then you kind of second guess it and then time goes by and you're like, well, did I really? Because you kind of mess with it. But Ryan, like Wookie, he was there and he's like, no, it exactly happened that way. So it was just such a freaking cool moment because I love watching the stars, coming home from work, within a minute of going on the porch and being like, yay, we had a great day today, blah, blah, blah. We both looked up and boom, there was like this crazy meteor going through, just like a fireball, insane. So anyways, like, whoo, I love watching the stars, and it's just all the mystery out there. It's never ending. Like, we'll never know a lot of the things.
Right.
Like we don't even know what's going on in our oceans. You know, we hardly explored our oceans, and I love the mystery and all the science behind it, and amazing movie. And I love how they, you know, they explain a lot of things to us, but they kind of dumb it down where it's really, I mean, of course, like, we get it anyways, but I love how they make it very easy to understand. And even when Billy Bob was like, hey, you know, Truman was like, oh, well, I'm going to show you this model. I know it's not to scale, so don't laugh. And he still shows us exactly what they have to do. And then they're joking and saying, like, Looney Tunes, a coyote, Wile E. Coyote going after the Roadrunner. So that was, like, the humor that was fun, too.
Yeah, that was good.
I do love the characters. I love the mix of personalities, but they're all family. They raised Grace together. And I love how Harry is so protective of his daughter, even with her other fathers. Like, Rockhound, Grace was ranting and said, like, oh, yeah, well, he even showed me how to, you know, use a tampon. And then Harry turned around. So he wasn't just obsessing over AJ because he was looking at his daughter. It was like everyone that was in question about his daughter, like, he was totally defensive with. So I thought that was good to see that.
You know, he probably stepped back and said, you know, that is really cool that everyone took care of my kid.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, like,
I had all these guys taking care of her.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I loved Bear. Bear was so cute. He's like this huge, muscular guy.
He could never wear a shirt. When I see him, I wanted his shirt off. Like,
he had a freaking
muscles. Oh my goodness.
Did the muscles, like, let's just hold your muscles really quick, you know?
He's crying with the psych test.
Oh, I know. He was so great. So I don't know, because he's a big teddy bear, but I don't know if, like, I don't know if he's on steroids or not, but I was thinking, like, is he on meds to make him, like, that emotional? But some people are that emotional. I have friends that are that emotional, you know? They're really good people, and just it just hits hard, you know? But I really liked him as a character. And he even had leopard underwear.
Oh my gosh.
Dancing around, so they're also outgoing. And I thought they would maybe have more astronauts go out with them, but I guess because time was limited, money was limited at that point, like, they had everything that they could possibly get. And I wish I could send more people up, but that way we were more focused on the main crew, you know, the people we saw in the oil rig.
Did you have the Russian
He was funny. I'm glad you brought him up. Lev was awesome. I think he was so freaking hilarious, and I know it was very stereotyped. He was in space for 18 months, and just the humor with him, and he's so smart, and I love that he continued on with them. But yeah, everything went wrong. Every single thing, like even going to that space station to fuel up, like, oh crap, okay, well, here you have this guy. I know he's probably doing a whole lot up there, but everything's going wrong. I'm like, what kind of maintenance are you doing? Because you're like a fuel station, like, what the heck? But you can only do so much. It is cold down there, but you think they would think that through, and hopefully they would have another fail-safe. If that one lever didn't work, you'd have another lever or something, you know, not just like that one. And, oh, it's really cold down there, so whoops, who knew it was going to break over time? I don't know. It was so, but the action with everything was just so much fun. And thinking in space too, and interrupt me at any time, guys, I'm just rambling, but like in space, it's just crazy. Like these spaceships, you can't make them huge. Like you can only make them big enough for what you need, and it's so claustrophobic. Can you imagine?
I imagine. That'd be like being in a submarine for me.
I was thinking about the submarine when we went down that time.
Oh yeah, I get claustrophobic.
Yeah, it's really claustrophobic.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be trained, and you have to do these tests. Yeah, and they have to do these tests to make sure you're okay, and then they test all these guys, and they just fail every test.
Well, then Rockhound, like he had space dementia, you said?
Yeah,
that's right.
I bet that is a thing, yeah, because it's traumatic for one thing, and all these things are happening to you. The pressure's changing. They're going at this supersonic speed. I mean, I'm saying that wrong, but they're going around the moon. It was super fast. Like I'm sure everything going on is messing with your head.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you have this super smart guy, Rockhound, and he just went absolutely nuts. But he knew he was going nuts, so it was funny. But I'm like, holy crap! But he was great to have there in a bad way, but entertaining way. Yeah. and he's riding the nuclear weapon, and he wanted to stay behind. And yes, he could have sacrificed himself because he was willing to die, but he was too crazy at that point, because even though he's saying that, oh yeah, I'll do it, will you do it at the right time, or are you just going to do it right before we leave so we all just go up with it? So they couldn't have him do it. Anyways, happy ending for the most part. Harry was awesome. Do you guys have a favorite character?
Oh my gosh. I like Bear.
Bear was great.
But I liked Harry too, very much.
Harry was fantastic.
Yeah, very good.
And Bear was my second. And I even liked Rockhound. He was great too.
He was funny. I really did like him too. He was cracking me up so much. I do like Bear. My favorite, bottom line, Harry. I enjoyed Grace. We didn't see a whole lot of her. She wasn't a main focus, but the love, like the hope was there. And her relating back to Earth, because we're watching the main group on this asteroid. And so before I go on a tangent again, yes, like Harry definitely was my favorite. I loved AJ too, but Harry my favorite. And then like sweet spot was Bear, and laughing wise, I loved Rockhound. But I have to say, the way that they filmed this, with going from the danger on the actual asteroid and all the problems they're having, and then being like, this is so hopeless, like what do you do from here, like how do you just keep going? And they're like, oh yeah, you're reminded humanity, you go back and you see these families in all these different countries, innocent, just like hoping, praying, they want to survive, we want to go on. So those parts kept hitting me so hard. I'm like, this is so great on how they filmed it, because you just go, oh my god, this is what we're fighting for. So it just reminds you, like, yes,
all these different aspects. It's amazing. Every emotion was hit.
Yeah, the ending was so great. Like the last half hour, just like energy, positive, negative, and all the way through just riding it, and emotional roller coaster. I just loved it so much.
Goodness, yes.
Yeah, so very curious on what you guys have to say, because again, my friends used to debate this back in the day because they loved astronomy. We had some classes in that, and they would debate all the science behind it, which again, it is a movie. I enjoyed it as a whole. I didn't think it was hokey. I thought the special effects were great. I could tell a lot of things, of course, were on set. You know, the explosions and stuff, I'm assuming were real. They looked really real to me, not so CGI or computer generated. Yeah, so I thought overall it was a great movie. I'm curious what you guys have to say.
I did too. Fantastic.
Yeah,
thumbs up.
Thank you guys for requesting this, and we always listen to requests. I keep a list. You can request anywhere. I try to check YouTube, but we get like tons of thousands of comments on YouTube, which we're so happy about, but it's easier to keep track on our Patreon, so I try to look on that, and I do polls through Patreon, so if you ever want to comment on a poll, meaning that movie poll with what you want to vote on for what movie we're going to watch, that's the best way to request a movie, and shows too. We have fun.
Woo! We have so many.
So many. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always.
Yeah, thanks for doing this on the poll. I loved it.
Bye.
Woohoo! Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.